Chief Executive of the Ghana Chamber of Mines, Suleiman Okone, is re-strategizing to ensure that oil companies stay in business in the face of the current fall in crude oil prices. The Chamber of Commerce is, however, unsure if there will be any more layoffs in the oil sector.
There are a number of things the mining industry has done to sustain the business, and I'm sure you know most of them. What a lot of people talk about is the labor rationalization, which a lot of people call redundancy. But over and above that, a lot of restructuring, looking at even the very processes within mining, they have been restructured. Supply of inputs, even your stock management and all of that, those very little things which will really reflect on the bottom line. The mining industry has seen that done. And from our records, we can see that the efficiency levels have actually improved, helping them to really ride the storm of the drop in the price of gold. I'm not saying it won't happen, but I don't think so. That I believe that most of the companies have done their rationalization. But look, in these things you never know, because if the variables change out there, then certainly something has to give, because if you really want to stay afloat. So sometimes it's difficult to answer those questions with a yes or no answer, but it depends upon what actually happens, with the whole environment of mining.
Power has been restored to Volta Textiles Limited, even though the debts owed ECG has not been settled. The factory was closed down in April due to its indebtedness to ECG, which runs into 1,904,000 Ghana cedis. Member of Parliament for the area, Samuel Okujeto-Ablakwa, met management and workers of the factory on Monday and has since met to the ECG and set out modalities to pay off the debt. Latif Idris has more.
Volta Textiles Limited is an industrial flagship in the Volta region. This notwithstanding, the factory has since 2006 had operational challenges, which has culminated into huge debts to ECG. The ECG has since April this year cut power supply to the factory, resulting in the closure. According to the acting managing director of the company, John Okowa, the board and management of the factory have had engagement with the Ministry of Trade in an attempt to settle the debt, but has yielded little result, hence the intervention of the Member of Parliament for the area. Member of Parliament for North Tong, Samuel Okujeto-Ablakwa, described the indebtedness as unfortunate, but promised uninterrupted power supply to the factory.
It was last week that it came to my attention that efforts to get the lights reconnected by ECG, by the management and the board of Volta Textiles Limited has proven difficult. And so I decided to intervene, and with the support of the presidency, we were able to hold a meeting with the managing director of ECG. We did ensure that ECG and Volta Textiles Limited agreed to a payment schedule that would see Volta Textiles Limited redeem its indebtedness to ECG.
The workers say they are tired of the lip service government and officials have paid them, and so they do not believe the minister's promise.
In fact, it's very difficult. Very difficult with the sense that some people are coming away from other side and they are buying vehicle. If the vehicle take them from here to the Pantu side, that is why they dump them. They have to use their own pocket money. Can you just imagine, for the past 5 months as I'm speaking to you now, salary have not been paid, electricity is piling there, water bill, and our children's school fees. So in fact, it is a political talk. I won't lie, we will not sit down here and lie. Tomorrow work coming will be difficult for us.
Some of the workers, however, threatened to vandalize equipment at the factory if salary arrears due them are not paid as promised.
They've promised it and promised it and promised it for long. So if the next week comes, and nothing happens, as he said, action, we get Gonja Barras in this yard, that we can deal with anybody who mess up with us, right?
Acting Managing Director John Okowa explains how the factory got to this point.
The main customer to VSTL, that is Volta Star, is GTP. We produce for them on the contract that at the end of every production, the length cotton they have given us, the cost we use for every month is balanced against what we produce for them. And now we have a standing agreement with them that each month we have to produce 650,000 yards of grey bale to them, and out of which they will pay us. But because the production is low. We cannot meet the target. Obviously, there is nothing that we get from them in terms of revenue. And if we don't get anything, obviously we cannot pay workers, and you can also not pay for the electricity.
He however added that management is engaging the trade ministry to fix the problem. The factory is currently operating under 30% of its capacity. It is the hope of management to get the factory to operate at its full capacity within the shortest possible time.